Why is it in Latin flos, then flores, genus, then generis, then jus, and juris, and other examples like this? I want to talk to you all today about a linguistic phenomenon called Rhotacism. Hello, I'm Andreas, a fluent Latin speaker and teacher of ancient languages. I have 2 degrees in ancient languages with a particular interest in historical linguistics, which makes our video today. Rhotacism is a linguistic phenomenon that's incredibly productive in a lot of languages, specifically in classical Latin. What we see Rhotacism is, if you can see the rho part of Rhotacism, it has to do with the letter R. What we see is that when the letter S gets placed between 2 vowels, which linguistically we say intervocalically between 2 vowels, the S becomes R. So we see the word genus, kind, type, where we get the English word genre. And when it becomes genitive, it's of form, possessive or objective genitive form, you see genus becomes generis. Look at my Latin popping through. We use the stem gene, the genitive singular ending is, it should be genesis, but because it's between 2 vowels, it becomes generis. The Latin word jus, meaning right, law, jus, juris, because the genitive ending is gets placed on, ju being the stem, it should be jusis, but it becomes juris. I think you see where I'm going with flos, flores. Flos, flo, is, flosis, flores. This also accounts for antique forms in Old Latin that don't make their way into classical Latin because of analogy that regularizes the declension. Regularizes, that's a hard word to say. Take the Latin word arbor, meaning tree. Arbor, arboris. What if I told you that the Old Latin form was arbos, arbos, arboris? The Rhotacism took place, making it arbos, arboris, because of arbo is, arbosis, arboris. And then over time, by analogy, the declension regularized itself and became arbor, arboris. And we see the same thing happen in the word honor, honor, honores, which was previously written honōs, honōs, honōsis, honores. The regularization, of course, of the declension doesn't happen with every word. Take the word corpus, meaning body, corpus, corporis, it remains corpus. There's no form corpor that we can find. But it gets even cooler than that. Let's look at verb declensions. The archaic or Old Latin suffix for an infinitive, the to blank form, is se. So what do you think would happen if we add se onto ama? Amasse, amare. Invenisse, inveniere. That also rhoticizes, as nearly all of our Latin stems end with a vowel, whether it's an a, an e, or an e. Guess where that didn't happen though? In stems that end in consonants, like in the verb posse, to be able, to be capable, or esse, to be, to exist, both of which are often quoted as irregular, but perhaps are the most regular. There are even more cool examples of rhotacism in classical Latin. There are even some in English. Was, were, Elvis, masculine, feminine, Elvira. What form of rhotacism do you think is the coolest? Did you know about rhotacism before? Let us know in the comments. And of course, follow us for more classical Latin, ancient language, and really just fun content. Valete.